No, that's horrible.
So, really, this is very impressive, and you know, we thank you guys for coming. And hang on a second. So today we're going to dedicate this memorial to J. Burkhardt. Gave his life on June 22nd, 1990, while serving our country. And now I'm going to introduce someone who talks a lot longer and better than I do. Our state rep, Naughton.
Jim, thank you very much. Can everybody hear me? Yeah. Good. We stand here to paraphrase the psalm on the shoulders of angels. And memorials are great things because they celebrate sacrifice. Celebrate's not a good word. They observe sacrifice. And while we mourn the death of Jay and the heartache caused, we need to remember we need to celebrate the way he lived, the way he stepped up, that he volunteered at a time when he didn't have to. There was no draft. When he got into the Navy, there was possible thoughts of the Gulf War, but there was no definitive move in that direction. But anyone who swears in knows that they are writing a check to the United States of America for any amount up to and including their life. And he probably thought about that. Probably talked to his family about it. Probably acknowledged that possibility. And yet he still stepped forward. There's a special place in heaven for people who make that choice. And these are difficult choices that we don't always understand. After he was killed in Afghanistan, journals of Pat Tillman were found. Pat Tillman, the former Arizona Cardinal, who left a multi-year, multi-million-dollar contract to become an Army Ranger after 9/11. And in those journals, he talked about these difficult choices that men and women make, that not everyone else understands, and are probably often difficult to explain, and only the person that makes the choice can internally understand it, in hopes that the loved ones around them, while maybe not understanding, will accept. And because young people for 237 years have made those choices, the Republic stands strong. This Commonwealth stands strong. This community stands strong. Because of those choices, because of those sacrifices, our foundations are solid. We just went through something in Washington last month called the shutdown, that if it happened in any other country, in many other countries, tanks would have been in the streets, soldiers would have been in your homes, the government would have fallen. But because of the foundations, the strong foundations of this republic, created and nurtured and maintained by the J. Burkhardts of our country, we stand strong. We can disagree, but we stand strong. So in days like this, on Veterans Day, and honestly, every day should be Veterans Day, but it's incredibly appropriate to take time out to stop by the side of the road and have a thought about a young man who made that difficult choice. Who made that choice that allows us to continue and have faith in the strength of this republic and the strength of our community. And it's entirely appropriate that the stories be told and talked about. That this monument be a living, breathing entity in the community, and what it represents be discussed, because how will the young know what went before them if the stories aren't told? So I give you a duty today. Tell the story of Jay Burkhardt. Tell the story of your service, and your service, and your service to the young. Because at some point or another in their lives, they're probably going to have to make a difficult choice that those around them may not understand. But if they see the example of Jay Burkhardt and the hundreds of thousands of others like Jay Burkhardt, they'll know it's the right choice. And their loved ones will accept it as well. Mourn the loss, but celebrate the life. Celebrate the choice. And tell the story. God bless you.
I promise you that the temperature will not go up. That this is going to be short. Thank you all for coming. I see people from the past. I see people from the region. I see friends and relatives. I see West Boylston and Boylston's Fire Department, plus our police are here. The kingpin of this is Jimmy Wood. Jimmy came to me and said some years, many years ago, said we ought to put up a monument. This time, and I didn't do it. And he said, this time we're going to do it. Tell me what you want on the things and we'll get it going. So here we are. But thank you all. See the Red Knights? The Red Knights are here. And of course my little grandnieces and nephews. And the organist is here. But thank you all. And my in-laws. My son-in-law brought his sister. And Steve. The architect of the design here with all the good plans, I caught him doing it in the snow and the rain the other day. But thank you again. Jay would be proud. He's looking down and he's seeing all of this and saying, what's the fuss? I just went and did what I wanted to do. Because there was discussion. I tried to keep him home. He would have none of that. He was going off to be part of something bigger than all of us. And now he's part of something even bigger than that. Thank you.